two words, two words. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. There's like a little EM pulse in there, and it's picking up on that, and so it spits out two random words. One of the guys I'm investigating with, thinks that's the coolest thing, and he starts thinking he's having a conversation by switching back and forth between the modes and getting two words all the time. It's like, oh man, you're totally not getting it. Or even the ghost apps, that you might have on your computer or your phone or whatever that, are supposed to be working like an ITC device. And it's like, as a guy who has a degree in computer programming, I cannot trust that at all. Because
believe me, I understand. We graduated from the same college. So both me, you, and Ron are all graduates of DeVry.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
Yeah, mine was Addison. So, cool. And my degree is in computer information systems with focus in automation. So, nice. So needless to say, I do understand how triangulation works. And if any app says, hey, I need for you to be on, you need to have your location settings on. No, you don't. If you need my location settings on, you're triangulating to figure out where I am. You're using my GPS to tell me about where I'm at.
Right.
Pulling up stuff from Google and telling me stuff about where I'm at. Don't give me that crap. I mean, and that's the early ones. That's what they were. And it used to really just kind of irritate me. And some of like Ghost Radar.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Radar people would come into the Sally house with it and say, there's a spirit behind you. And I'd go, yes, there is a spirit behind me. Oh no, Ghost Radar says there is. I said, no, there's a spirit behind me because I know there's a spirit behind me. And they go, well, there's a spirit over here. And I said, can you see the spirit? And they go, no, Ghost Radar says it's there. I said, well, I don't see one. And Ghost Radar just irritates the life out of me. And any app that says for entertainment purposes only, you need to keep in mind it's for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly.
It's not for real. And I don't know. I'm more along the lines of you and Shayna on old school. I'll use my dowsing rods. I'll use myself. I like that much better. I know that Ron really enjoys the Echo Box, and we've gotten some very strange things when it speaks in Japanese or it speaks in German. It can't do that, but it did. I can't debunk it. I can't fix it. I can't change it. And things like that. It's always very interesting when it comes up with something that's not built into it. But other than that, I can't change any of that. And we have another question, and if you can answer it in less than a minute, the question is from Carl. What's your take on the SLS camera?
The SLS camera picks up on movement. And I mean, my kids used to have a Kinect system, so I understand what it's doing, where it's picking up on the movement of your body and feeding it into the computer, and it pops out as that biped. So I believe in that a little bit more because it's interpreting movement. I have one. I've used it on several occasions, and you're just pointing out in a blank space and suddenly picks up on something, and there's nothing there, but the way it works, that it senses movement. So I believe in that one a lot more than I would believe in something like a ghost box.
There's a lot of things. It's setting it up that's the big deal on that. So everybody, we are at our break. This is gonna be a 3-minute break. So you're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Son of a...
Hey, son.
Mother...
Son? What are you doing?
Hey, Mom. I'm getting ready to listen to Periscope Uncensored.
By expanding your vocabulary.
Well, it is uncensored.
Son, the uncensored part of Periscope Uncensored is Jax and I getting down to brass tacks with all aspects of the paranormal. There's no fluff on our show.
So, no off-color commentary?
I didn't say that.
Awesome!
Son?
I just hit my head.
Oh boy, I'll go get you an ice pack. Catch Periscope Uncensored Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 23 minutes after the hour.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Pride. I'm Denise Pridemore, your host, and my guest tonight is Mike Ricksecker from Haunted Road Media, and he is also the sponsor of the Haunted Road Media Paracon in Alton, Illinois at the Mineral Springs Hotel on June 1st. He is also going to be a speaker at many Paracons, that including Spook Show Con. And for those of you wondering, Spook Show Con is going to be on August 17th at the Red Roof Inn in DeKalb, Illinois. And the reason I keep pushing that one is because I was asked to be the co-host of that. And so I'm going to be having on all the different speakers and the vendors that are planning on coming to that event so that you guys can all get to know them and make an informed decision on whether or not you want to come. The thing that's going to be really fun is that on Saturday night, there is going to be a paranormal investigation at the Egyptian Theater. From what I understand, there's not that many investigations there. Have you ever investigated the Egyptian Theater, Mike?
I have not, so that'll be a real treat.
It is, and I'm excited that we're going to be able to investigate this location. And some of the guests that we're going to have are people that I've had on my show. Rick Wade, I know a lot of people in the paranormal know him. And Frank Bennett, who I've had on my show. Mike and Shana are going to be there. And Kelly McCarville. And I had Ghost Crier on recently. They've confirmed that they're coming. Willie Adkins, he's also going to be there. He's going to be talking about a lot of his filmmaking and a lot of the films that he's going to be in. Now we're just looking for some vendors and some sponsors. It's going to be really interesting. So if you guys are looking for something to do on August 17th, DeKalb, Illinois is the place to be. It's only costs $20 for the event. And the investigation, I forgot to write down the price, $65 to investigate the Egyptian theater with people like me and Ron and Mike and Shayna and Ghost Crier. We're all going to be there. So it's going to be a really interesting event. So if you guys can make it, I think you're going to like it. And guess what? The Egyptian theater actually has air. So it's not going to be like 100 degrees in there. So
Nice.
well, you do know when we went out and we checked out the Ashmore Estates, it was hot that day.
Yeah, it gets hot in there.
And we walked around that place, and I think it was like 90 degrees at 11 o'clock in the morning, and there wasn't any air moving in on the third floor. The first two floors weren't too bad, but by the time we got up to that third floor, it was pretty toasty.
Yeah, it was.
So, but you're also going to do Ash Bash again, aren't you?
I haven't yet done an Ash Bash.
You haven't?
So,
I thought you were going to do the last one.
No, I wasn't in on that one. I think it conflicted with something else I was doing. I can't remember what date it was.
It was while I was in the hospital, so September 25th, something like that. Somebody will pipe in there, because we're going back on April 13th for an investigation, and so I'm looking forward to that. So it'll be fun to check that place out with even less people. So, not that you guys weren't fun and Jarrett wasn't fun, but there'll be even less people, and hopefully I don't get scratched and sick this time. So it'll be fun. And where were you pointing at, Ron? Pat's question. Denise, I'm thinking about coming out to do that event. Do you happen to know the price off the top of your head for both the event and the investigation? The event at Spook Show Con is $20 for the whole day, and the investigation is $65. And if you're thinking about coming to the Haunted Road Media Paracon, that's how much is that to enter?
The price at the door, just for speakers, vendors, all that, is $5. It's really inexpensive. And then the investigation is $35.
So, and is it suggested to purchase the investigation in advance?
That would be preferable, yeah.
Is there a cap on the number of people for the investigation?
We made it work with 60 people last time. And it's such a big venue that, we split into 4 different groups, about 15 people in a group. And you could not hear any of the other groups because you're just so spread out. So
no, we didn't hear a thing from any of the other groups, except when we were changing. When we were switching around. We were
switching up, sure.
But the thing about switching up is that we got to hear what was going on in each of the areas as we were switching around.
Right.
So that was good, and like I said, we had a lot of fun. It's just it was really hot.
Upstairs,
yes.
Yeah.
Upstairs
is really hot, and then you get all the way down to the bottom, and it's pretty cool down there. So,
yeah.
And the AC is running in the grand ballroom area. Pool's fairly cool too. So really, it's just all the way upstairs where Pearl is and all that. Yeah, that area up there gets pretty hot.
Oh yeah, and since there's no holes in the windows in that area, you don't feel a breeze or anything. And it looks really nice looking over the river.
Yeah, you get a great view.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty. We've been going to Mineral Springs for the last 10 years, but we never got to investigate it until last year. So when we went with you was the first time we got to investigate it, and that was mostly because, we probably could have before, but the thing is every time. Most people know this, but every time we come to Alton, it's to work.
Right.
It's not like we're there to visit and check out everything. Our first visit we checked out everything and did a couple tours and things like that, and then we got involved with McPike Mansion, and now we're